Olimar, like Olimar, Duck Hunt, and also fuck Ice Climbers.
Oh, okay.
I really don't feel okay, if you play as Ice Climbers in Smash Brothers Ultimate, it's like, well, that's a brain dead character.
Hmm.
It's like, we turn into Ice Tornado the entire time, and then we win,
So you
or
don't
we
like
just grab you infinitely,
so
over and over.
you don't like them because people online spam.
Well, on top of that, it's just like, it's one of those things where it's like, this character's just kind of generally lame.
Hmm.
It's like fucking Jigglypuff. Like, of all Pokemon to put into Smash Brothers, you choose that one just because it's like, oh, we can just simply make it a clone of Kirby.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
Jigglypuff would definitely be. Well, no, it's one of the main 12. That's the thing. She's pretty much locked in because she's one of the main 12, and it would sort of feel wrong not to have her.
yeah, I hate Jigglypuff, but at the same time, it's like I'm perfectly fine with her existence in the game just because she's one of the main 12. It'd be a crime to not include the main 12, despite how stupid they may or may not be.
Hmm. So, with this discussion, I think me and you think very differently on like what makes a Smash Brothers character important. Like, okay, actually, let's generalize it while you're looking up the roster.
Yeah, I've got
Gen-
the roster sitting up. I got the roster on my tablet right here.
Generally, what do you think matters in a Smash character?
Something I would say that matters a lot with with a Smash Brothers character. I I and it can easily be contradicted because yeah, there are characters that like even I don't know about, but it's like recognizability and how iconic they are.
Hmm.
And like there's a good bit of characters, definitely Fire Emblem, where it's like, oh, I don't know who the fuck these people are. I do not give a shit about any of them.
Hmm. I
And
guess
like none of them, and it's like none of them were like, oh, it's fucking Marth. No, wait, that might be Shulk, maybe. I don't know.
I think that's one of those franchises that definitely takes relevance into account. It's sort of like Pokemon, where it's like, okay, the new game, we need a new rep.
Yeah, exactly. Which I like. Okay, with Pokemon's case, I could be perfectly fine with because it's like it's Pokemon. People are gonna be like, yeah, look, the new Pokemon is Smash, but then it's like, oh, look, the new Sword Fighter from Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's this guy?
I guess my guess is at least they did characters like Incineroar or Byleth because they didn't just want a bunch of really old characters. They probably wanted like kids, if kids play Fire Emblem at all, or definitely kids play Pokemon, but like younger people to be more interested in it. So that's probably why characters like Isabelle and Incineroar and Byleth are there.
Hmm.
If you have entirely characters that are 30 plus years old, then it might throw younger people off.
Yeah.
Which in that case, I can sort of get your argument for Ice Climbers.
Cause like another thing is just like, does the character look cool? Like appearance wise, does the character look cool? And then also like another thing that matters to me is like, is their move set fun?
Hmm.
Because there's definitely like characters where it's like, oh, I can just press this button to win in Smash, where it's like, oh, I can just spam this one move. PK Fire, PK Fire.
Yeah. I think Sonic, Sora, and Banjo are all sort of those situations, but I would never cut any of them out.
Yeah, because that like contradicts or like that conflicts with like, oh, these are iconic characters.
It conflicts with the rest of the rules. I mean,
Yeah,
Banjo's not relevant, but he is iconic.
yeah. Like, yeah. Let's see here. Get rid of Isabel. Kinda could give two shits less about. Like, okay, you got the guy from Animal Crossing, or like you got the villager. That's pretty much it. Like you're like when it comes to asking for Animal Crossing characters, it's like, oh, I want Tom Nook, I want Isabel, I want basically everyone that isn't playable in those games.
Honestly, I'd do the opposite. I'd cut Villager and keep Isabel.
I actually did debate that in my mind. Like Isabel seems a lot more like she's in every fucking Animal Crossing game. Last I knew.
I mean, she's been in it since 2012, but even if she hasn't been in it the whole time, she is extremely popular. And I think she's more of an icon than your fucking Avatar.
Yeah, like even then, like the Animal Crossing villager is basically just a stand-in for a Mii fighter.
Right.
It's basically just Mii but worse.
So I think Isabel would be a better representative of Animal Crossing.
I can agree with that now. Original 12. Fuck Dr. Mario. I will scream that until the ends of the earth. Because, oh, it's a different game from Mario. And it's like, well, I don't give a shit. It's fucking Mario. Just make it a costume, you bitch.
So would you make it a skin demotion, or would you just completely get rid of him?
Skin demote. Just demote it to a skin.
Okay.
It doesn't deserve to be a character. Also, fuck Pichu. No. Dark Pit demote to skin. Yeah, he has a few different moves from Pit, but I don't fucking care.
Would it be like an Olimar and Alf situation where at least you still say Dr. Mario and Dark Pit, or would it just be completely, oh, it's a different look for Pit?
Just go with like just do the Olimar Alf thing where it's like, oh, Pit, Dark Pit. Same thing with Samus and Dark Samus.
Yeah, because I guess it wouldn't hurt anything for the name to be there. It's like people probably wouldn't get pissed about that. Nobody got pissed at Alf.
So. Yeah, same thing with Peach and Daisy.
So pretty much just all the Echo Fighters.
Yeah, like if the Echo Fighter can be demoted to just like a different skin, but with like you still say their name, then cool.
Hmm. I'm gonna
Ryu,
guess.
like Ryu can be in, but screw Ken. Ken was a stupid inclusion. Any other Street Fighter character would have been better.
Not even a skin, or just fuck him.
Like, if anything, just give Ryu a fucking recolor, or make one of Ryu's alts look like Ken. There. I hate. That's how much I don't give a shit about Ken. Shulk's fine, Pac-Man's fine. I don't know how I feel. I don't know what to do about the Lynx.
I can sort of see what you mean by that. Like, they're...
Because, like, they do different things, but... Or, like, they do things slightly differently, but they're all just Link.
Yeah. That's what's tough about it, because they do make each Link unique in their own way, but they all are Link.
Or it's like, they all do things slightly differently, but they all do things, like, they don't do anything differently enough to be considered, like, a completely different character other than, oh, it's just Link, but with one move changed.
Maybe don't exactly skin them, but maybe put them all in the same slot somehow. Like, I've seen some other fighting games do stuff like that.
Kind of like basically. Oh yeah, like on top of that, Marth and Lucina just do that, where it's like do what you can do, where you can like condense the fucking Smash roster list, where with like the Echo Fighter thing, and it's just like, oh yeah, they're just a secondary character option you can pick from.
Yeah. Maybe just, like, make that Echo Fighter thing that you can put them on top of each other, make that a permanent thing.
Yeah. Do that with the links.
I don't know why people like having them spurred out like that. I don't know, it's clunky to me. I like having things condensed.
Incineroar's dumb, Corrin's dumb. Simon and Richter can just get condensed into one character slot, since it's literally just an Echo Fighter. Ridley is perfectly fine. Bayonetta's cool. Cloud and Sephiroth are awesome. I think I already said Inkling's fine.
No, you didn't, but you said it now.
Okay, but yeah, Inkling's fine. Bowser Jr. I kind of want to cut his character out. I don't know why. It's just like, I guess it's more so a thing where it's like I kind of just want to like take away a few Mario characters.
I'm thinking the same thing. Like, I don't really want to cut him, but there's too many Mario characters. Some have to get on the chopping block.
Yeah.
And if I had
like,
to, probably
like Bowser
him.
Jr. is like the easiest, like fucking like is the cash cow of like easy way to get rid of a shit ton of Mario characters, because you got Bowser Jr. and then the other 8.
Right, the Koopa kids, but they barely count.
So yeah, like I kind of just want to get rid of Bowser Jr. Rosalina and Luma. I could care less about them. Like, I'd demote them to a fucking assist trophy for all I care.
I know you're right that they should cut them. But Galaxy. I love Galaxy.
I love Galaxy 2. And 1.
Oh, you bastard.
Like, more specifically 1, but like Rosalina doesn't seem like, okay, she has some magical powers, but at the same time she seems like a very pacifist kind of character.
Yeah.
Like I just don't see this character fighting, and hell, half of her, like most of her moveset, like her moveset in Smash currently is kind of like, what the fuck is she doing?
It's sort of mostly spinning around.
Doing.
Do you get that too when you play as her? You're just pretty much guessing while you're playing as her?
Yeah, because it's like, okay, we have the Luma, the Luma does like a shit ton of stuff, but then it's like Rosalina kind of just sits there. Like, not saying that you can't do cool stuff with Rosalina and Luma, it's just very rare.
It's just kind of hard. Here's my stance. Yeah, fair. Objectively, cut her. But I wouldn't want her as an assist trophy either. Part of me sees an assist trophy as a worse demotion than not being there at all.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just feel like you see them and you're like, yay, but they're helping me, that they don't really matter here.
Another character that like people like would obviously be upset about not being there, fucking Snake. It's just, like, it's mainly because of his moveset. If his moveset was like different somehow than just throwing grenades and grabbing a rocket launcher, then maybe. But he doesn't really do much. Especially when his game is like, yeah, he shoots things, but it's also a very stealth-based game, and I feel like that's very hard to incorporate into a Smash Brothers style fighting game.
You know what? I think the reason why people care so much about Snake is because he got cut. Like, I think if he was never in Smash at all, people wouldn't be asking for him. But the fact that a character that big was there that long ago, that's sort of why people are attached. That's also the case for the Ice Climbers. It's like, well, they've been here the whole time, and not the whole time, but like for the longest time. So that's probably why people are so attached to characters you think they wouldn't be.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Zelda and Sheik, just do what they did in Melee and condense them into one character, but don't give Zelda the ability to change into Sheik like in Melee.
So swap on the character select screen.
Yeah, just do the Echo Fighter thing.
Ouch. Fuck my elbow. So would you do that with Samus and Zero Suit Samus too?
No, Samus would... Well, shit, then it kind of delves into territory where it's like, well... Because we already had, like, Samus and Dark Samus condensed into, like, one thing. But then it's like, Sheik and Zelda play incredibly differently.
Yeah, so that's why they change into each other in Melee. They don't...
Yeah.
So I was thinking, you know, one could change into the other, sort of like they do in Brawl.
I hate saying it, but I kind of want to, like, I don't want to cut Sheik, but I want to cut Zelda.
That's an interesting take. I don't...
Like, it's mainly, like,
Go ahead.
Like, it's mainly because, it's like, I feel like her moveset doesn't really represent her franchise all that well. Then again, it's like, well, it's the princess you save in Zelda, so it's like, what is she gonna do?
I mean, they could just take from Hyrule Warriors, and that did a good job.
Well, yeah, like, this might as well just, like, turn into, like, how would we, like, change, like, certain characters, or, like, which characters would we cut out and which ones would we just fucking change? Oh yeah, Lucas. Fuck Lucas. Just leave Ness.
I guess Earthbound doesn't really deserve to.
Yeah, you're not, no, you're not big enough.
You're not in this... Fuck, I can't think of one either. Episode.
Screw Crom. Just because fuck Crom. Like, Marth, Lucina, Roy, fuck Ike, and Robin.
Really, that's interesting, because Robin is one of the more unique ones.
Well, yeah, like, I like Robin, because it's a unique Fire Emblem character. And then Marth, Lucina, okay, you have Marth, and then you have his daughter, that's okay. And then Roy's our boy.
Wait, Marth and his daughter?
Yeah, isn't Lucina Marth's daughter?
No, Lucina is Crom's daughter.
Then who the fuck is the Marth, then who the fuck is Crom an Echo Fighter of?
Crom's an Echo Fighter of Roy.
Ah, shit. Okay. To all the Fire Emblem fans that we don't have and are watching, I apologize. I'm stupid. But then again, your game's not very good at telling lore. Or it's not good at being popular enough to let me know this kind of lore.
Oh, don't... Come on. Don't... It's bad because I couldn't be bothered.
Alright, let me rethink this list. Okay. Marth, I'm assuming, was in the first Fire Emblem? I could be wrong.
No, yeah, you're right. Marth was the main character in the first one.
Okay, cool. So, okay. Marth, Roy, screw Crom, put Lucina in, and then Robin. And also fuck Corrin. Because Corrin was like one of the shittiest characters in Fire Emblem.
So what about Byleth?
Keep Byleth. Byleth's fine.
So... Fuck my brain.
Like, it was like, okay, it was Byleth was like one of the worst character reveals because of like it was just done at the wrong fucking time. But it's like it's a pretty unique Fire Emblem character. Like compared to, I have a sword, I'm gonna hit you with it. Like Robin has like his magic, and then Byleth has like a bow and arrow, an axe, a spear, a sword, a fucking grappling hook.
So, you said from Fire Emblem you would keep Marth, Lucina, Roy, Robin, and Byleth?
Yes. Oh yeah, and fuck Ike. So yeah, basically I'm cutting,
Ike and Chrom.
Yeah, Ike and Chrom and Corrin.
That seems right.
Zero Suit Samus, I kind of want to cut from the game entirely. Like, yeah, eye candy, she's got the titties, but it's like, eh.
I guess 3 is good for Metroid. Samus, Dark Samus, Ridley, that's fine.
Yeah, like Samus, Dark Samus, Ridley, like that's already like a pretty good Metroid roster. And besides, it's like, why would like logically speaking, since they're the same character, it's like, why would Samus ever get out of her suit in a Smash Brothers fighting situation?
Yeah, for the fun of it, or because she has to. That's my guess.
Like, yeah, like I can imagine, like in a store, like that's what Brawl did. Like Brawl made it so it's like, yeah, you have to play as Zero Suit Samus because her suit is somewhere else. Like that's another thing. It's like story mode wise, like that makes sense, but it's like fighting game wise, it's like, why would you ever get out of the suit? We got. Do you have any opinions on like Falco and Wolf for like the Star Fox reps?
Star Fox is such a tricky situation because I know a lot of people like it. Actually, that's the case for a lot of these fighters. Like, there are so many of them that I am just extremely lenient on because I know there are a lot of people that care about them. I'm the kind of person that really struggles to do these who would I cut things because I'm too sentimental for my own good.
It makes sense because, like, you absolutely know that there's people that care about these characters, but it's just another occasions where it's like, well, I just so happen to not care that much.
I'm one of those people that care too, though. That's the problem. Is like, I would be sad to see them go.
You try to understand why they care, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna feel bad. Like, I don't want to make people bad.
It's not a matter of other people's opinions, at least for me. It's more like, these fellows have been to the party. I like having them around. I don't get rid of my toys, Mom.
Like, no. Like, what about this weird blue talking bird thing? No, don't get rid of that one. That one's cool.
Exactly, that's a toughie. But I think with Star Fox, I would get rid of Falco. If I was just speaking completely blankly.
Yeah, like, I can agree with that entirely. Like, Falco's, it's just Fox. But, like, oh, he has, like, one or two moves that are slightly different, and then everyone in the Smash community is going to be like, no, just move.
Well, no, I just think for variety's sake, like, okay, if we had to, like, cut the fat, I like Falco, but I think having the franchise's hero and the franchise's villain is more interesting.
It's pretty good. Like, don't get me wrong, there's definitely some good side characters in Star Fox. They just either haven't been that relevant or important. Like, they just aren't that integral to a story.
Well, the thing is, just objectively speaking, over importance of a character, like, I think people would rather have the hero and the villain instead of the hero and his sidekick.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of what it is with like the Sonic the Hedgehog situation. It's like I'd rather have Eggman than Tails.
Right. Like, Tails would be sort of nice sentimentally, but Eggman would be cool. And, like, it's like Cloud and Sephiroth. Like, I think most people would rather have Cloud and Sephiroth instead of, like, Cloud and Tifa.
Yeah. I actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of want to cut Pac-Man.
Really? How come?
He's just okay. His whole purpose as a character is to be a Namco rep, not a Pac-Man rep.
Also, he's pretty much the only rep of arcade history.
Yeah, there's not that many arcade games beside like that are like as big as he is, but at the same time, I'm kind of like there has to be a way you can make a Pac-Man character work without just getting Galaga, Atari, or not Atari, what the fuck I do? Like Galaga, Dig Dug, or like any other fucking of Namco's greatest hits in terms of arcade games. Like I know there's a fucking way to do a fully Pac-Man character rather than he does Pac-Man moves sometimes.
I mean, is there, without delving into the spin-offs that no general audience people play? I mean, I guess you could delve into the niche, but that, at least I think it sort of defeats the purpose.
See, then that kind of delves into like oh boy, Jason Dixon's bringing up Punch Out again. It's like okay, with Little Mac, it's like I don't think too many people are like played the fucking besides like 30 to 40-year-old men played the arcade or Super Punch Out game, but they still included elements of it like the fucking KO punch meter.
I mean, yeah, but what do you include from the original Pac-Man? Wait, did I just miss the whole point of that secret room?
Yeah.
Whoops.
It's like it's one of those things where it's like you really have to look at Pac-Man and like really get creative with it. Like it's one of those things where you really need to like take some creative liberties. I think because like it's kind of the same thing with Punch Out because like a lot of the moves that Little Mac has like he doesn't do in any fucking game. Like any punch out game, like they had to come up with those on the spot. Like yeah, he punches things, but what else?
I think Pac-Man is the character most built off from nostalgia. And I'm not saying that like as a bad thing. I'm saying Pac-Man was definitely made for the... And honestly, that's why I appreciate him, because I think having that character for older people who played video games, like those arcade guys, is good. Like, I want everybody to be able to enjoy a game, and having a character like Pac-Man that, like, somebody's dad could sit down and be like, hey, I remember him.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I guess that's another thing that goes into, like, a Smash Brothers character is, like, having, having someone actually want to, like, knowing that there's going to be someone that actually wants to play as this character. And, like, I can't deny that people would love to play as Pac-Man. I just feel like Pac-Man, as he currently is, just, like, is like a representation of arcade games, which, again, isn't a bad thing, but I feel like he can still shine as his own thing, rather than being like, I'm the only arcade game rep.
So, it sounds like your stance is, like, Pac-Man needs to be revitalized or cut.
Yeah, basically it. That's literally it. And that's kind of my opinion with a lot of video game characters in Smash Brothers. A lot of them need revitalized somehow. Oh yeah, another character I would cut, Diddy Kong. hot take. Diddy Kong's stupid.
Would K. Rool stay?
Yes.
Then I'd be okay with that. Again, hero-villain thing.
Yeah, hero villain, but fuck sidekick. And,
I mean, Diddy Kong...
fuck Piranha Plant. Fuck Piranha Plant.
Yeah. Like, on the stance of...
fucking rot in hell.
Diddy Kong's not bad, he's just like... Again, if we had needed to cut the fat, he'd be one of those that would have to go. Oh, thank God.
Again, I kind of want to do that thing, like, again, like, speaking of revitalizing a character, Pokemon Trainer. Like, I'd either want to cut out all the Pokemon that aren't Pokemon, like, besides Pikachu, like, okay, in terms of, like, Pokemon characters, it's like, okay, we got Pikachu, Jigglypuff, Mewtwo, and Pokemon Trainer. Everyone else I kind of want to, like, cut.
I thought you were going to say I kind of want to fuck.
Okay, like Greninja, Lucario. I think that's it.
You'd cut Greninja and Lucario?
Like, Incineroar, Greninja, and Lucario, like, I'd get rid of.
That'd be pretty much
you
everyone
already
past
have
Gen 3.
three different Pokemon with Pokemon Trainer. But, like, all playable in one character slot.
Huh.
What's your thoughts on Rob?
I would keep Rob. Rob's important.
Yes, good Rob.
Like I say, like, let's say we're living in your hypothetical. We've already cut Duck Hunt and Ice Climbers. The NES has nothing but Rob at this point. And, yeah, Rob wasn't the most popular thing, but...
how about Mr. Game & Watch?
100% keep Game & Watch. He's a very important part of Nintendo's history. Like, I think Smash, one big thing about it that I think is great is that it's this time capsule for generations of Nintendo consoles. That's part of the reason why I'm so adamant for Olimar, is because, like, I think every Nintendo generation deserves at least a little bit of representation. It's too bad, really. The only one left out is the Wii U, and it's unlikely it would ever get anyone.
Well, the Wii U has, like, Splatoon.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Hey, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, the Inkling's, like, the only, like, Wii U character.
Oh, that makes me feel better. Let's cut him. I'm kidding. Well.
Min Min, like, okay, it's nice that Min Min was chosen by the guy who made ARMS, but why Min Min?
Because he liked her. I don't know. Because of her pussy?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I should probably actually
I'm still an advocate for, like, yeah, just put Springman in. It's fucking Springman! He's the guy in the box.
It's fucking Springman! He's the guy on the box.
It's like if, like, it's how I advocate for fucking Scorpion. It's like, yeah, Liu Kang's Liu Kang is the, like, main character most of the time in Mortal Kombat, but it's like Scorpion's the guy you see on the box. Like, it's like that's how I feel with ARMS. It's like, well, it's fucking Springman.
I think it's definitely because of Smash, but I definitely like Min Min more than Springman.
I like her aesthetic. Like, I'm fine. I'm still perfectly fine with her as a character. It just feels like, well, you're the first ARMS character we got in this game. Sorry, Springman. Oh.
Is it pretty much just a matter of personal preference?
Yeah, like, I basically, it's like, if you're gonna include a new. It's like if you. I don't know, it's like, we introduced Luigi first instead of Mario.
Eh.
And you had to unlock Mario.
I think, here's my stance. I definitely wouldn't boot Min Min, because, again, that's the Switch's rep. And
Yeah, very, like, Min Min's a good character. I'd just like to see Springman. Sora's fine. Like, we have a shit ton of Square Enix reps, but he's different enough to exist.
also,
Hero I'm kind of bleh about. Hero's kind of bleh. Like, there's people that, I know there's people that like Dragon's Quest, but at the same time, it's like, no.
well, yeah, there's the problem, though. Yeah, he's mad, but you cannot deny he fucking deserves it.
He does?
Yes, Dragon Quest is a very big franchise. I think it's Square Enix's biggest besides Final Fantasy.
Okay. I'll give it that. It's just like, okay, just don't give him fucking random critical hits. I don't care if that's how his game was. Because, like, if you're gonna give one RPG character, like, random critical hits, then you might as well give every RPG character critical hits at random intervals.
Maybe make him play like a Smash Bros. Character and not a turn-based combat character.
There we go.
I will agree with you on one thing. He is one of the most annoying fighters to play as. Because I can't play him.
Yeah, like, okay, I don't understand how anyone, like, it basically feels like, look at the first two things in his, like, magic list, and just hope it works.
That's exactly what I do, too. I just, like, look at his thing for a split second, and I'm like, this thing. Oh, it didn't work out.
Or it's like, like, move that has the potential to kill someone at 0%. Oh, it didn't work.
And then I just give up. I'm like, oh, fuck it. I'll just use his weird A move.
Yeah, I'll use his weird, like, I'll use some of his weird special moves.
And then,
And then Banjo-Kazooie, important character.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah. That's what I thought.
like, they're, like, important character, just another character that needs to have their moveset revitalized.
Right when you said Banjo-Kazooie, I gave my phone the stink eye. I was like, you better give the right response, bitch.
Hey, we're cutting Banjo-Kazooie.
I was gonna give you more of a stink eye then. My eyebrow was gonna raise higher than you ever thought, and the other eye was gonna squint like a bitch.
Speaking from a trimming the fat perspective, how about, like, what about Meta Knight?
Yeah. Wait.
Like,
I can't even say
that. Kirby, like, we have Kirby and we have King DDD, so we have the villain and we have the hero. But then Meta Knight's also another villain turned hero. It's like, or like, villain turned into sidekick.
Here's the problem. Both of them are good guy, bad guys. Like, both of them are pretty much in the Doofenshmirtz situation.
Yeah.
But it's like, who's more iconic?
Dang, that's interesting to think about. Who's more iconic in that situation, DDD or Meta Knight? The edgy one or the funny penguin?
Like, that's hard to think. I can't even think objectively, because you see both in pretty much every game.
Yeah, there's not that many games that, like, DDD is, like, stands out in, along with Meta Knight. Like, the closest one I can think of is, like, Kirby Superstar, where you fucking kick Meta Knight's ass for, like, that one part of the story.
Maybe don't cut either of them. I don't know. I guess maybe Kirby does deserve 3 reps.
Yeah. But not Bandana Waddle Dee. Fuck Bandana Waddle Dee.
No, Kirby doesn't need a 4th. I don't get the people who say that. Like, I mean, I guess I get it because they like the character, but does he need it?
No, God, no.
No. Meta Knight and DDD, good.
I'm not gonna cut Bayonetta, but I think it would be an interesting idea to give her like an Echo Fighter condensed fighter. Because there's a chick with white hair and like a red outfit that basically does the same exact shit that she does.
And you mean like also how they teased people back in 2018 where they had like the assist trophy that for a split second looked like it played exactly like her?
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and everybody was like, oh my god, and they were like, oh no, it's a assist trophy.
Palantina. Like, we already condensed Dark Pit and Pit together, but then, like, Palantina is just kind of there. Like, I won't, like, her moveset's pretty good, I'm not, or at least from what I see.
Here's the dilemma when a character is cool to have, but the franchise isn't relevant.
Yeah, it's like, Kid Icarus. It's like, what the fuck's that? The one with the angel people. Oh.
I guess, like, Kid Icarus isn't entirely irrelevant. People liked Uprising, but should it have... Well, I guess it would have 2 characters
I don't think Palantina should be a character. Like, okay, like, Pit and Dark Pit makes sense. Because that's generally, like, probably the 2 characters you play as in that game, maybe? Maybe you play as Dark Pit at some point, or you just fight him, I don't fucking know.
You don't play as Dark Pit, you just play as Pit.
Yeah. Okay, but it's like, okay, Palantine is just the person who's like, yeah, go get him, Pit. I'm gonna sit back here and eat popcorn.
I don't think I'd cut Palutena, and I don't know why, but I don't think I would.
Mega Man, Mega Man, kind of without anyone else, feels very lonely as a Capcom rep, besides, like, the Street Fighter characters.
Seeing as I don't like Mega Man as a franchise, this is really hard for me to judge without bias.
I could completely understand you wanting to cut it, I can completely understand you wanting to cut him out, because it's like, Mega Man hasn't been all that relevant. But then at the same time, it feels like, you say it like, or like, there's times where it's like, well, we cut out a lot of NES reps, and it's like,
well, yeah,
Mega Man has almost become an NES rep. Because, like, the games that they pull from for his moveset all come from, like, NES Mega Man games.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I wasn't saying, like, cut him. I was just saying it's a bit of an iffy situation because I personally don't like him. But speaking completely objectively, so many people love him. And he is an important character.
I just think, like, if I were to revitalize his moveset, I would give it, like, some sort of customization, like the Mii Fighters, or where basically you just get to pick, like, I'd have to actually, like, think about how I'd do it, but take his special moves and potentially some of his, like, smash attacks, and then give you a list of, like, robot masters that he's defeated throughout every single Mega Man game, and you get to choose attacks that they have. So that way it's like, oh, Mega Man actually uses everything he has in his arsenal versus, I'm going to use, like, 5. And yeah, people would figure out, like, would probably cheese it and find, like, the most overpowered setup possible, but at the same time it's like, make your own Mega Man.
I would say they certainly have to do something to him to make him less hollow.